Good evening, everyone. It's Shamila Ramjawan, your host on the Red Corner Show. I have the pleasure of chatting to Gary Lewis from Never Tap Out from South Africa today. We are going to go right into the chat. Hi, Gary. How are you doing?
Well, thank you, and you.
Very well, thank you. Thank you so much
Good.
for coming on board to chat to us. And, especially at this most important time, the 16 days of activism. And I think you have so much to share with the audience. So it's great having you here. And I'm sure everyone's going to be so intrigued with what you're going to share today. So just in a nutshell, please tell our audience who you are, background, family, education, anything that you'd like to share with us.
Okay, great. So Never Tap Out is the name of the organization. And as it says, never tap out in the fighting industry, it means never give up. So you never tap, you never give up. And pretty much it originates from, I was very involved in an American brand called Tap Out. And we always used to get involved with the fighting world, in sports and that kind of stuff. And my journey changed, not just focusing on sport. I got very involved in ministry work, and I saw the need of getting into the community and teaching them sport. Okay, so using sport as social upliftment and using fighting sports. And I eventually pulled away from the brand. We were marketing and selling a certain brand, but everywhere I went and everywhere that that we were training guys, it was always never tap, no give up, never tap out. And it really developed and grew into its own brand, Never Tap Out. And it became something that a saying that we use on a regular basis. And I really went from sports really over to working in rehab centers, teaching guys to never tap out, to never give up. Safe houses where we were working with the ladies that were taken off the streets and that have been trafficked, that have been recovered, and teaching them to never give up, never to go back to that life. And pretty much anywhere there was a fight, homeless guys on the street, we were doing feeding programs, giving out Bibles, teaching them to never give up, to never tap. And the Never Tap Out brand really developed into a brand of helping people. So it really shifted from sport into helping people. And it's just grown and grown and grown from there. And we are very involved in feeding programs. And self-defense became a big part of it. The need for self-defense has grown. It's something that has always been there, but lately, and the proactive way of working with it is to teach ladies self-defense and to teach them how to protect themselves and how to avoid situations. And so the self-defense is a big part of Never Tap Out. We still are involved in sport. We still do sporting programs. We do development into sport. Mm-hmm. So we have really become an organization that's wherever there's a fight, wherever there's a need for help, we get stuck in and we help you fight for whatever it is that you're fighting for. And it hasn't stopped. It's growing. We're in South Africa. I've been all over the country teaching ladies that have been abused. I've been teaching ladies that have been trafficked. We do all the anti-trafficking training, all the anti-kidnapping training for the children. And obviously teaching guys that want to get involved in sport, we teach them to get involved in sport, get them off the streets. Anywhere where there's a struggle, where there's a fight, we get involved with you. We help you fight and we help you sort yourself out. And we have partnered with so many organizations that are on the same journey, that are out there to help people and to empower people. And the 16 days of activism, there's a lot of focus on gender-based violence and how do we How do we become proactive about it, and how do we help ladies, and how do we empower ladies to get through that
no, that's great.
program? Yes, and
Yes,
that's where we are at the moment.
awesome. We'll get to the 16 days of activism. I think there's so much you want to
Yes.
share with us as well. But, just being recognized by many organizations, and some of these organizations are the big organizations in South Africa, with you working in communities. Tell me a little bit about what you do in the communities.
Okay, in the communities, we will go into underprivileged areas where they need to be educated. They've really never seen self-defense before. That I specialize, I'm an anti-rape specialist. I specialize in techniques that can help a lady to defend herself and to get the guy off her, anti-rape techniques. So we literally go in and teach the young girls, teach the ladies all the anti-rape techniques. They've never seen it before. It's something that's new to them. Mm-hmm. They don't have access to it. The anti-kidnapping techniques, where we teach children, if someone tries to steal a child, we teach the children what to do if someone tries to pick them up. So we educate people in areas that are not in a position to get that kind of training. We are prepared to go out to the areas and show the people how to protect themselves.
Awesome.
And then while we're there, we feed, we pray, we do all the good stuff while we're there.
Yes, I know you're very into prayer as well. So how did you actually merge the two, your passion and prayer?
Well, it became, as you can hear, my journey became very spiritual. Helping people is, they say the highest spiritual level in life is literally helping people. Mm-hmm. It's the highest level that you get to, and then that is where we are. We are there to help people. Yes. Never Tap Out is a non-profit organization, and we are there. There's so much work to do. There's so much educating to do, so much empowering to do, and I think that the 16 days of activism is exactly saying that. It's talking about gender-based violence for a reason. They are creating the awareness to what is happening in the communities. So what do we do about it? So, we are there to help. Yes,
awesome. And is it just word of mouth that you get people contacting you to help, or do you have a proper setup, a training school where you actually have these classes?
Yeah, we come to you. We train you at if you have any premises that we can use, we can come to you and train you at your own premises. I also have my own affiliated fight club where we teach boxing, we teach kickboxing and mixed martial arts, and then we teach self-defense. I have a facility that we teach in Pretoria East and Garsfontein. We are opening other studios throughout the country. We haven't got to that point yet. Next year we'll open another 2 studios. One coastal and then one in the Hearties area. But we literally have done, most of our work has been coming to you. We travel out to different areas and we come and assist and we help where we can.
Perfect. And you talk about we. So do you have partners or do you have a team that you work with?
Yeah, I'll always, if I come through or when I come through to you guys, wherever you may be, I will have a female partner. I always have a female assistant. And I have numerous assistants that come and help, that are trained in specialized self-defense techniques, so that the ladies can be comfortable with another lady present, and we will assist you as a team. So depending on how big the group is, but normally 2 instructors is enough. So we'll have 1 male, 1 female instructor, and when I say we already have joined hands with so many people. Mm-hmm. And there's a lot of people that want to get out there and help, so there's always those organizations that are keen to get involved in empowering. Yeah, and whoever wants to join in and help, they are welcome to join in and help.
Yes, and we know there's a lot of abuse that goes on in communities. So you work with, I'm sure you work with schoolgirls and schoolboys.
Yes.
What is the first thing that you would teach them?
Well, the first thing we teach them, because you must remember, a lot of people, they don't speak out about what's going on. So they keep quiet. So we teach them, when we're there, we're showing them that what is happening in the community is happening everywhere.
Yes.
But we give them the confidence to say, yes, this happens to me. Okay, what do we do about it? And it's very sensitive. It's very sensitive. It's a very sensitive, you know, a topic. But it depends what level the abuse is on. But you know, there's a lot going on around us where people are, they maybe turn the other way, whatever it is that they do, I don't know, or they keep quiet about it. We're there to say, listen, what's happening to you is not your fault. And it needs to come to an end. Yes. This is how you protect yourself. If you need further help, if you need to get the law involved, we get the law involved. You know, so it depends on how serious the issue is. But we are there to assist, to help, and to empower, to take hands, and to work through it.
Yes. Okay, so I'm a girl living in a rural area or region, and I've been raped, and I went to Gary for some advice, and I spoke to him about it. I confided in him. What are the next steps?
Okay, the next steps, I know it's it's your choice to come to me. So we leave it. It must be your choice and your decision on how far you want to take it. The training is very specialized training, and we do specific anti-rape techniques, which will show you how to prevent it from happening again. On the counseling side, you know, there are social workers that work with people. So we will then look at who the social workers are in the area, on a counseling side. I come in personally on the training side, and you know, counseling, training, and if something needs to be done about it from a legal point of view, then we communicate with the local law enforcement in the area as well.
Perfect. So we are in the middle of 16 days of activism. Well, we're almost coming to the end of it. And we do know that gender-based violence is not just women, right? What would be your message to people out there or anyone watching in terms of 16 days of activism? And, you know, maybe bring in some of your experience into it with people that you work with.
Straightforward. No is no. You know, no is no. And a woman has a right to say no. Yes. And a woman has a God-given right to protect herself. And you know, it may be a control issue, it may be whatever issue it may be. A woman has a right to speak out about what's going on. She mustn't feel that she is now the guilty one because of no is no. And there are people that care. So you know, if she's too scared to talk about it, we encourage her to talk. And we encourage her to get out of that environment, and then we teach her how to empower herself with skills that it doesn't happen again.
Absolutely, I so agree with you. So Gary, you've been recognized and you've been given awards for a lot of your work that you've done. Take me through some of them.
I've had the privilege of working with on the news channel, so on Newsroom Africa, we've done work for them. I've done work with big corporate companies. So we've had the privilege of getting involved with corporates, some of the bigger companies, like Pick and Pay and Spa and Hollard, and we've really involved with where we get involved in on the self-defense side. You must remember the self-defense is not only gender-based violence, it's also, we look at from a security point of view. We teach people armed robbery training. We do anti-hijack training, so it's also very security orientated. We've done work with the church. You know, we train the guys at the church. One of my favorites is we train, you know, with the street ministries. People go out to help people on the streets, and they are also under, you know, they are in danger, but they put themselves in the line of danger to go help people on the streets. And we are involved in training those people that do street ministry as well. So we empower the people that do God's work. And literally, we really have been privileged to work with some of the big names like CRC, We've been privileged to work with some of the names like the Pick and Pays and the Spars, the big names, the big insurance companies. And yeah, it's been quite a journey. You know, we started off just helping guys on the streets, and we really have been working with other organizations like Yellow for Survivors, for example, and radio shows, chat shows like yourself, just partnering with people, other people that care. You know, you care about the communities, we care about the communities. We join hands, and the more people we help, the better.
Absolutely, that is awesome. Thank you so much. And okay, I'm just a small girl. You know, you're dealing with all these big companies. But me as a parent, you know, if I want you to work with my daughter and I and give us some training in terms of self-defense, because I think it's so necessary for all of us to have that little bit of knowledge. And I know you're also working in this is a global chat show, okay? So you're working in Africa as well. There's a lot of people that are going to watch this show. How does one contact you?
I can give you my direct number. You can call me directly, and my email address. But can I give it out on air now? Can I give you?
Happy with it. Otherwise, we can just put it on the post when I do post it. It's entirely up to you.
Okay, but I want to say it as it is. My mobile number is 072 792 8812. I'll repeat, 072 792 8812. That's my personal number. You're welcome to call me personally. Doesn't matter who it is. And my email is gary.tapout@yahoo.com.
There you have it, audience. So remember, if you're phoning from anywhere outside of South Africa, remember your +27. You drop off the 0 from the 07, and that is Gary's number. Gary, your last message, or do you want to add anything else?
Yeah, just never tap out. Never give up.
Out. I love that.
Never give up.
Never give up. Yes, we shouldn't give up. You know, there's always opportunities. We learn every day. Just take the risk, take the plunges, get out there, and never tap out. That was Gary Lewis on my show tonight. Gary, thank you so much for coming on the show and sharing your expertise with us. I'm sure a lot of people are going to be in touch with you. I wish you everything of the best, and take care.
Thank you very much.
So if you would like to be on the Red Corner Show, please drop me an email, redcornershow@gmail.com, and you too could be inspiring other people just like Gary. Thank you very much. Be safe. Take care. Bye for now.